Happy New Year to everybody. Again, this is Rick Blaze with part 2 of the new year BLAZIN takes on a Monday. You got it right. Today is Monday, January the 9th. Coming into you with the new episode, part 2 of the new year of BLAZIN takes. We're going to get right into it. We're going to jump it off right now. Starting off with the new year, I have to start off with topic number 3. We got 3 hot topics that we blazing on today. Topic number 3, got to give a congratulations to Team Lafette. I think it's Lafette. Team Lafette for winning the East Coast Invitational Showcase. Great games by all the teams. And in the final game, Team Lafette, led by himself and the one and only Tyson Simpson, getting the job done. But let me not just go there. You also got to give a shout out to Kiefer, Alex Rodriguez, and Jaquan Jolly Jr. as well. Yo, all the games were fantastic. The last game was kind of a bit of a mess, but overall, I just can't get over how good Lafette and Tyson Simpson was together. Ooh, it just warms my heart to see those two. They just go good together, like peaches and herb, like peanut butter and jelly, like Kardashians and black guys. They just go good together. So it's good to see Lafette and Tyson Simpson get that together, man, and congratulations to those guys. Now, speaking of tournaments, we have our last tournament of the preseason starting on Tuesday, the Golden State Showdown tournament. And boy, I tell you, this one is going to be a doozy for several reasons. For one, it's the last preseason tournament on the schedule. So everybody's going to be tuned in. Everybody's going to be locked in. It's the last one to watch. And on top of that, there are some interesting teams that are put together on here. Of course, it's led by the four-time preseason tournament champs, Team Bay Area Breakers. On this particular squad is going to be Katie Shipp, London Royce, Anderson, Trey Hyman, and Xavier Pope. They always come in any tournament that they're in. They're going to be the natural favorites because they've been kicking ass up and down the tournaments all tournament long. But aside from that, there's also some pretty other good teams, interesting teams as well that you got to take a look for. Also, you got Best Coast Ballers. You can never count them out. They got a really nice squad. Everybody's bringing their A game on this last one. I ain't going to front. I'm looking at these names. Ain't no slouches on here. We had DJ Wagner just played in the last tournament. He showed y'all what he's talking about. And then in this tournament, Best Coast they got Cage, Outlaw, Mikey, Evangelos Mullins, Lene Newman. They got a really good squad. But out of all those squads, probably the most interesting squad I'm looking forward to seeing is Showtime basketball. First of all, I couldn't help but to notice that Mr. Letterman, who's signed to Showtime already, is playing in this tournament, but he's not playing with Showtime. Dun dun dun. I don't know what that means. I really don't. Letterman is playing. He has his own squad. He's doing his own thing. But the Showtime team consists of Chuka G, Bronny James, Bryce James, Shaq Chamberlain, and Corey Yams. What a combination that is. First of all, we've seen both of the James brothers, LeBron James' actual sons, playing together. First time we see him, Bronny suited up. And then with the combination of Shaq Chamberlain and then Juka, that came out. That was a surprise. And Corey Yams, who's ran with Showtime representatives before. This is a very interesting squad. I'm just gonna be glued and see. I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know what's gonna unfold. I'll be very intrigued to see how all of this plays out. Interesting indeed. Make sure you guys are locked in on Tuesday, 7 o'clock, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, 7 p.m. Central Time for the first kicks off for the tournament of the Golden State Showdown. I promise you, if it's anything like the East Coast Showcase, which was very good basketball play, I think the ante is going to be raised on this one for the Golden State Showdown. Make sure you guys are locked in on that. Hot take topic number 2. The new players that's coming in, the new recruits that's coming in, hey, it's good to see all these new recruits coming in, these guys coming in. I know you guys are coming in right now in a very interesting time. It's a good time, though. Yes, you missed the tournaments. But we are going to be having pickup games that you guys are going to be playing inside the pickup games. So it's important you guys stay active on the feed. Make sure your notifications are turned on, because when you're playing and when you pick to play in the pickup games, you're going to be notified. You're going to make sure you need to see that so you can see your players. You know what I mean? So that you guys can go ahead and make sure we all good to go with that. Coaches are going to be looking at these pickup games. They're going to be evaluating the talent in the pickup games, because coaches are still looking for some players, So it's good. Make sure you get your name out there. Now, let me just say this as a caveat. A lot of new recruits are coming in, and they're using let me stir up some mess as their entry into SimWorld. Let me just say this. It's an option, not the brightest option. It's like I can drive the car with my feet, but it's not the best decision. I could put my feet on the steering wheel and still turn. It's not the smartest decision, though. I can do it, but it's not a good idea. That's not a good idea. Make sure you come in. Make sure you first find out how much game you got first. I was doing a lot of talking. We ain't seen nothing. And it just looks really silly if your talk is bigger than your game. Some people have already witnessed that firsthand. They do a lot of talking. Then we see them on the court, and they really pedestrian with their game. They got like a Chihuahua game. They got a big dog bite, big dog talk. That don't really add up. You look really silly. So come in, get familiar with who everybody is, get familiar with the players, get familiar with the coaches, and then do your due diligence and figure out what's going on, so that way you can be represented in a really good light and not a bad light. Some of you newer recruits already have a bad light, and you probably wonder why the coach is not hollering at you. That's probably why. They're trying to build their team, and one of the things that's important on team is chemistry. And so if you're the one that's always trying to, and I'm not talking about nobody specifically, I'm just saying in general, if you're the one that's always trying to bring bad light into a situation, coach is looking at that. Media's looking at that. And you may be a top story, but you're not a top talent to sign for that. Just keep that in mind. And the number one thing the number one burning topic we're going to talk about is, speaking of players, speaking of coaches, recruiting is going on hot and heavy, Judge. And by this time next week, the whole recruitment process officially would have started as far as signings. Coaches, if you have not got on the ball, you are about to be in last mother freaking place. What are you waiting for? Get at these players. Get yourselves in order. Find out your offense. Find out your defense. Find out the players who's going to work. Let me say this. You got to figure out as a coach what you are. Are you a lion or are you a wolf? Are you a lion or are you a wolf? Let me explain. Lions wait for the right opportunity, and then they pounce with all they have on their prey. A wolf kind of plays the long game. A wolf doesn't mind chasing their prey for long periods of time to wear them out or to get an advantage and then take their prey. In other words, are you waiting for the right opportunity and then you're going to go after your guy with everything you have? Or have you been slow rolling this thing with the person with your recruits this whole time? Which way have you been going? Either way will work, but you need to decide what you are and you need to go ahead and do it. If you're a lion and you've been waiting on opportunity, baby, now's the time to pounce. I don't know what you're waiting on. If you haven't given your best offer yet to these players that you want, what you waiting for? You about to be in last place. If you're the wolf and you've been slow rolling, having a conversation, building it up with these players, yada, 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 hey, how your mama been, yada, 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 yada. Now's the time. You got to give me something. Go ahead and go after what you want because you're about to be in last place. There's going to be a lot of shaking and moving. There's a lot of things in place. There's probably a lot of things that we think is going to go down. Probably it's not going to go down. So, coaches, do your due diligence. And if there's a player that you want or players that you're looking at, you need to go ahead and push that gas right now. Get a good verbal commitment. You need to feel really good going into next Monday because if you're not first, you're last. Ricky Bobby told me that. Yo, that's the show. Till next week, till next time, y'all keep it locked. What you think about, tell me your comments about some of the surprises that you think is going to happen on signing day, and what do you think it's going to look like? Who's going to surprise us? What teams you think is going to surprise us? What players you think is going to surprise us as far as where they're going to be signed? I want to hear about it in Discord. Till next time, I'm Rick Blaze. I'm out. Peace.